In this video, we're back working on this car and we take it for a drive and I almost lose the wheels. Anyway, enjoy. So my mission for right now is to sort out all this, tidy it up, make heads or tails of it. I'm probably going to just group all these together, make sure they're all sealed and there's going to be no chance of it sparking or earthing. And then I need to reinstate the center console here and then probably make something in the back here that will house this. This will sit on the side, but all the wires will be on the inside. So I'll probably mount this on this side, put the Microtech on the front, and then probably the igniter box module thingy will probably mount to the other side. But before we carry on covering up all these wires, what I do need to do is I actually haven't checked to see if the alternator is charging. So I should be able to check with this. I'm sure somewhere it tells me, yep, it had its volts, 12.44 volts there. So if we start it up, that should go up. We'll have a look. There it is. She's charging. Shit, I'm not going to lie, that had me worried a bit there. But obviously it takes a little bit of time to kick in. So now we know it's charging. Time to hide all of this. So there you are. There is actually a floor there. That looks a million times better. Until you come over here. Look at all that wiring just stuffed in behind there. So what I was saying before is I'm going to build a divider type thing. I've gone and mounted this, but just to cover that up, just to blend into the dashboard, we'll just make an aluminium thing, and then the fuse box up the side there can just mount to the side. But stoked we can see a floor. So yeah, I'll go ahead and build that tomorrow. I'm just going to chill out for the rest of the day, but we still need to tackle all of this wiring here. There's a whole lot of plugs here that I've pulled through that we don't need them anymore. The thing's working, so what I'll do is I'll get some of that nice conduit stuff again. We'll wrap this up and we'll run it, hide it somewhere up along there, just tidy it up. At the moment it's just wherever, and then I just need to find some good earths instead of what I got there. But hopefully Monday I'll have the clutch pedal pin, and I should have the wheel spacers Monday as well, so that will be sweet. I've begun just quickly mocking up a center console piece to hide that wiring. Now what I got here is just, that's going to sit underneath the dash, and this is around the heater core that's still in there. But as you can see, I've had to kick it out because the tunnel flares out there. This side, not so much, but what I'm going to do here is I've got it set. I just need to put this piece on the front here, and then the console bit they have will sit up into here, and that way I can hide all the wiring in here. I'm going to leave the igniter box in here. I'm going to put the Microtech there and the fuse box there. I'm just going to try this out. Just put a couple of welds on the inside there. We'll just size it up. It looks like shit at the moment, but it'll clean up all right. Well, she needs a little bit of fine tuning, but so far that's all right. I just need to fill these little gaps in here, but it does need to go back ever so slightly, but I can't really see that side, but it does what it's supposed to. So I'll fine shape this and get it sitting back underneath there. I do need to put a tab right here just so that can pick up into there like so. And then what we will do is just mount the controller there, something like that. I don't know, somewhere around there. We probably actually could have put that into there also. Oh, too late. Not going to do that. As I was saying, I will probably get stuck back into this tomorrow. I'll tidy all those connections up there, tidy that up over there, a few bits and pieces. I'll make it fit better, but hopefully tomorrow I'll have the pin for the clutch pedal and the spacers, and then should be able to move it. This is always good to come home to. So in here is the clutch pin for this, but before I get onto that, I just need to finish off this surround. So I'm just drilling out these holes here. I'm going to put rivet nuts in them, and that's where the Microtech's going to sit. This is where the wires are going to come out for it, and this here is for the big fuse box. Now I had to put this cutaway in here just to get all the wires in, down, so I can mount it. So I'll finish drilling these, put the rivet nuts in, and what I need to do is actually put a plate down through here and then size it up, see if it fits, clean it up, and then paint it, slap it in the car. A few hours, but this is what the end result is. It's just mounted up underneath there. Ashtray still works. Yeah, could have been better, but I mean, it somewhat follows that line down through there. It's all sealed up, and then you see down the side, still haven't fixed this off, but yeah, those rivet nuts there are for the fuse box. This one here is for the Microtech, as I said before, and that's all pretty solid. It ain't going anywhere. So I'll probably pull this out now, give it a big orbital, sand up, clean it right up, smooth all the edges, and then probably throw some black paint on it, then do the last install. But before I bolt all that up, I do want to go through and test all the wiring again, make sure everything's good. But pretty happy. Got that piece in the spray booth over there, so I'll let that dry up. So for now, what I'm going to do is we're going to get that clutch pedal out, and we're going to put this on it. Now I'm pretty sure I need to drill a hole for this, but that's pretty straightforward, easy as. And then maybe once that's done, I've got some wheel spacers too. So get that squared away. I'll probably bleed the clutch tonight and see if it moves. Tomorrow I'll reinstall all of this, make sure this wiring's all good. I'll put the wheel spacers on and then try and bleed these brakes again. I'm having a little bit of issue with them, but yeah, I bet it's only something small, but it's just a tiny little air leak. Well, yeah, I'll figure it out. So pedal's all out. I've marked roughly where I need to put it. It's in line with the back of the clutch master, and by the looks of it, I need to drill an 8mm hole for this. So I'll just bang it in there, and I don't know if this needs a return spring or not. I can't remember. There wasn't one on there, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. Oh, there it is. Pretty easy. So I will go and install this, and then hopefully I don't need to cut this down. I didn't really think about that, but it won't be too hard to take it back off if I have to. So after a lot of bleeding this clutch, there were some loose fittings on there too, but we've got clutch pedal now, so I suppose the only thing to do is to start it, put it in gear, and see if it moves. Sweet. So I'm going to leave it there tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to put that piece back in, clean it all up, and then brakes, and then wheel spacers. But another tick, I'm happy. Okay, so plan for tonight is, now we know that this moves, I'm going to go and put this in. Look at that, I even gave it a clear coat. Looks good. I'm going to put that in. Then I am going to sort the wiring in the engine bay, just tidy that up, and then jack it up, try to sort these brakes. And I think I made a faux pas on that clutch pedal. I think I drilled the hole in the wrong place. So I'll have a look at that, but hopefully square that away, and then we can move it maybe out of the garage and see how it goes. But yeah, we'll get into it. Well, I'm not going to lie, I'm actually pretty happy with that. That's all mounted through there. All you can see here is the battery cable, and those are the fuel pump wires. But yeah, that's nice and solid, but I did scratched it right there. So what I'm going to do is just put a sticker right there, cover that up. So sweet, I'll sort this out and then I'll jump into that engine bay. Much better. Sticker's just a little bit too big, but now you get the old around the corner effect. Sick. So I've moved it forward, as you can see, and jacked up the back. Now what I'm concerned about is that. Now that would have been under the front of the car. I'm pretty sure that might be clutch or brake fluid, but I'm pretty sure that's engine oil. I actually have to have a look at it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through and tighten up all these brake lines. I think some of them are still loose. Sort out these things. I don't like them, but it is what it is. And I will try and bleed the back brakes while I'm here, and I'll just keep an eye on the front ones to see if there's any liquid coming out of them. But yeah, that's quite concerning. Okay, now this is beginning to do my head in. I've gone through all the wheels. I've bleed them as best as I can. That was brake fluid from earlier, and I still have nothing. Well, there is, but it's like right on the floor. It will stop, but not with great force. The pedal's a bit, yeah. So I'm going to adjust the pin on the brake pedal, but failing that, if that doesn't work, then it's going to be jack it up. You just go through all the brake lines, which is going to be a real pain, but it needs to be done regardless. And yep, I need to sort out some heat shield for that, because that turbo is getting really, really hot, and I'm worried about damaging the paint down in there. Okay, sweet as. All right, got the brakes to work. Really, really minimal. Really, really minimal. So I've just taken it up and put it over here. Yeah, it's an interesting vehicle to drive. I stalled it like 5 times, but yeah, there it is. She actually moves now, so that's good. Yeah, I'd really like to take it down the road, but these brakes, being iffy as they are, I'm not 100% sure, so I think it's going straight back in the garage. But cool, it's moved. Does sound good. So, yep, there it is. It's moved under its own power, so that's cool. Brakes, no, there's bugger all there. But besides that, it definitely needs a tune. It's not bad, but it's not great. But yeah, no, I'm pretty stoked with that. So what I've got to do now is clean it up, start assembling the other stuff, I've got a feeling that I'm going to need to jack this up, and I need to go over all the brakes in it and find out what's going on. But pretty happy with that, actually. So I've just had this delivered. Yeah, it's a gearbox. It's a whole manual conversion for an RX-8. So pretty sure in the next month or so I'll be picking up an automatic RX-8 and putting all of this into it. Yeah, somehow. Clean. I've just spent a little bit of time cleaning up this engine bay. Sorry, Smugs, but I've had to cover that up. The heat coming out of that turbo was intense. But we've done that. I've mounted that in there. I've run the vacuum lines a little bit better out of the way. I still haven't finished the wiring 100% over here, but majority of it's tucked away. I have put a new clamp on that oil return line, so hopefully it's not leaking any more oil. So that's pretty good. What I'm going to move ahead to now is I'm going to need to mount that battery box in the back. I might even give it a vacuum, take it for a drive, and then what I'm going to do is give it a blow down, get all the dust off it, put it back in the garage and cover it up for a week or so, because I need to figure these brakes and I need to clean this place. It's getting really, really hard to work in. Well, okay, I've cleaned up the car, vacuumed the floor, so what I'm going to do now is take it for a little drive down the road. I'm not going to hit it hard, I'm just going to cruise it because no brakes, screw that. So we're just going to puddle on the road and see if everything's all right. I hope it is. So got it around the corner and a bit of a shake in the front, and front wheels are loose. They do have a lock nut key on all the studs that I didn't have, so I assumed they were tight, but no, they weren't. So now I'm gonna have to try and get someone to come here and help me tighten them. Shit. Shame. It's moving, but it's moving very, very slowly. Just gotta be careful of this wheel, but just pulled up home now, so I'll tighten it up. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna undo those bolts. These are all I could find. I can't find the key for this, but we'll just, yeah, look at that. These two will be tight because the weight's on it, so I might just swap these out. I'll roll it back a bit, and I'm pretty sure I can undo these by hand, and we'll swap them out. Shit, that was close. That would have been all bad. I don't know if it's because it's too low, but it has pinched the guard right there, or it's because the wheel was wobbling around, but yeah, just a little bit there. Mind you, that is really, really tight through there. Okay, well, it's not too tight, so we're going to try this again. Shit, this thing can move. Alright, put it it back in the garage and then call this a video, I think. So I want to call the video here. It's been a busy few days. I'm stoked this thing is driving. There is a few little teething issues, but nothing too major. So probably for the next week, I'm just going to cover this up. I seriously need to spend some time in cleaning this out all over there, everywhere. And this weekend, I'm going to Summer Bash and then maybe go to that Green Lane thing that Misfire's putting on. Go check that out. We'll catch up with Crazy R and see what he's up to. But yeah, so probably no video on this car next week, but it's too hot to work anyway. Thanks for watching.